What is the holdup with the SAVE Act vote? It has unprecedented public support. This should be so easy, but leaders on both sides are going to screw it up for different reasons. So, most Americans think something pretty simple about Congress. If a bill has the votes, it should pass. If the bill has public support, it should pass. But in the US Senate, that's not always how it works because the filibuster. Let me give you a quick breakdown of the types there are four. There's the talking/standing filibuster. A senator must stand and speak continuously to block a vote. We call it the classic style. There's a silent filibuster where a senator can just signal opposition. 41 votes can block a bill without speaking. Then there's the procedural filibuster. This uses Senate rules or motions, amendments, points of order to delay a bill. And then there's the good old nuclear option. This changes Senate rules to override the filibuster and allow a simple majority to pass certain legislation. So now what's being debated is the SAVE Act, which would require proof of citizenship to register to vote in federal elections. A couple other nuggets got added in, like no mail-in ballots, no mutilating kids anymore, no boys and girls sports. We could carve those out, but I guess they just got thrown in anyway. The meat of this bill, though, is that it's a basic election integrity measure, polling at about 84% public support. That is unheard of. For those who think our elections are rock solid, totally fraud free, let me point you right on over to essentially all the significant voter roll cleanup work done by Judicial Watch and others. That case in Massachusetts where non citizens were convicted of voting in 2024, debates in Michigan over restoring voters to registration rolls, and a California law allowing non citizens to serve on certain election recount boards. Sounds like a great idea. It has massive widespread support, so what is the problem here? That's the real question, but in the meantime, let's blame it on the filibuster. And critics say even Senate Republicans who hold the majority are unwilling to change the rules to pass the SAVE Act, claiming if they eliminate the filibuster now, the other party could use the same rule when power changes hands. That's always the argument. Gotta love that circular logic because Democrats previously used the nuclear option to change Senate rules in order to confirm judges when it benefited them. Yeah, we know that's gonna happen. But now Republicans control the Senate, the White House, and have what supporters call one of the most popular election integrity bills in years, yet it remains stuck behind a procedural rule. Some senators want to try a talking filibuster, forcing opponents to stand and speak to block the bill. Others suggest using reconciliation, which would allow it to pass with 50 votes plus the vice president. But leadership says neither path currently has enough support. And that leaves a bigger question. Should 41 senators be able to quietly block legislation supported by a huge majority of Americans without ever having to defend their position on the Senate floor? Let's listen to the American public this time. Come on, Thune. Pass it and pass it now.